everyone. Today I'm going to show you my recipe for cranberry salad. And I used to make it with a cranberry sauce that you could get at the grocery store called Indian Trail Cranberry Sauce, and it was in the frozen section. But you know, they quit making that a few years ago. They just I don't know if they went out of business or what, but you can't even get that anymore. And so I found a copycat recipe for the Indian Trail, and I'm going to try it, and we're going to make it, and when I taste it, I'm going to let you know if it tastes as good as the Indian Trail cranberry sauce that I used to use. So I hope that it does. I feel like that it will. But I'm going to do the sauce and mix it up first, and then I will put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll come back and make the rest of the stuff that it goes in and mix it up, and then I'll have to put it back in the refrigerator and let it get gelled up, and then I'll taste it and let you know how it tastes and turned out. Years ago, when I made cranberry sauce at home and with my mother, she had a grinder that you fastened to the counter. An old grinder. I'm sure maybe some of you've used it, and it had like an auger in it, and you put your cranberries in it and your oranges, and I think Mother put apples in hers too, but I'm not going to use any apples today. But that's how we used to grind our cranberry sauce. But now, today, I'm going to use my Ninja. But the first thing I'm going to do, I've washed my orange real good, and it takes one orange, and I'm going to cut the end off of it where the stem was. And then I'm going to cut it in half and see if there's any seeds in here. I don't think there will be. Cut this up. Okay. Back here again, trying to get this situated, and I'm gonna adjust this down a little bit. I don't know if you can see any better or not. Anyway, I'm going to cut this whole orange up, and I'll probably just not put all of it in there at one time and see how full it makes it. I'm just cutting it in some small pieces. I'm leaving the rind on there. Cut a little bit of that off. Cut it in some small pieces. I may be able to get it all in there at once. I have used other cranberry recipes different times for Thanksgiving. We used to do one called Cranberries in the Snow, and it was really good too. Okay, so I've got the oranges in here, and I'm going to fasten that down. Oops. Hang on just a minute, I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, I'm back. Now we'll see what happens. Alrighty. I'm going to give these a little whirl. that looks pretty good. I don't know if I need to grind it a little more or not. Probably do. So I want to make sure. And I've took the beater out, which I shouldn't have done. I'm going to pour this over into this little container right here. But I think he needs to be ground up a little more because of having the peeling and everything in it. So, put that back in there. And okay. This sure does smell good, this fresh orange. And when you do this, you have to pulse it just a little bit at a time. I think I'm just going to add a few cranberries in there to help get that stirred around. Just going to put just a few in there to help that get mixed up. Still one or two berries that's not got mixed up. But anyway, if you have something else that you like to use to grind your berries, you can do that. I think I've got most of the berries ground up in there. And that helped with the orange. So I'm going to pour this into this, back into this bowl. Then I'm going to finish, there's one lonely little petunia. I'm going to put the berries back in here, the rest of the berries in here and grind them. I'm going to add a cup of sugar to this. And when I get all the berries in there, I'll stir it all up real good. And I'm going to put a cup of sugar in it. Just like that. Put half of it in there right now. And then when I get the berries in, and since this is so noisy, I will come back when I get these, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator because it has to sit in there for a little bit and get the sugar all mixed up in with the berries and the orange. And then I'll come back and we'll finish it up. How's that? Okay? I'll see you in a little while. I'm gonna hop back on here for just a second. I've got all the cranberries ground, and this bowl is too little, so I'm gonna put it in this bigger bowl and show you what it looks like when I get the rest of the sugar mixed in there. Pour that in there. And this sugar will saturate the berries and the orange and make some juice. And oh boy, this smells so good. You see that? Smells so good. I don't know if I'll might fit back in there. Yeah, I just couldn't get it mixed up in that little bitty bowl. I wanted to show you. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it set, and then I'll be back in a little bit and show you what else I'm going to do. Okay, bye-bye. Alrighty, I have got 2.5 cups of water in a pan on the stove, bringing it to a boil. And when it comes to a boil, I'm going to put 2 packages of raspberry Jell-O in it and stir it up real good. And when it gets stirred up, then I'm going to add the sauce, the cranberry sauce and orange that I've put in the refrigerator. I will add that to the Jell-O and the water. Then I'm going to add a cup of crushed pineapple with the juice. And then I'm going to add a cup of chopped pecans. We're going to put it in a 2-quart dish and then put it in the refrigerator and let it set up. So what I'm going to do now is hop back off, get the Jell-O boiled and stirred up, and add all that to it, and then we're going to put it in the casserole dish, and then I'll get back and show you what it looks like. Alrighty, and we're back, and I'm going to dip. I've got the Jell-O all mixed up in here and dissolved in the pan. 2 packages of raspberry Jell-O. And I'm going to put the cranberry sauce in here and try not to get any more of the juice than I have to. Really wasn't a whole lot of juice in there. Oh, this just smells delightful. Wasn't that much juice in there. If it's real juicy, you'd want to drain part of that juice off, unless you left some of your water off when you were mixing up your Jell-O. So I'm going to stir that all in there. Now I'm going to add the pineapple. And it has juice, so I don't know, it said with juice on that one. And guess what I found? One that didn't get ground up very good. I think I found another one. I want those in there. Now I'm going to put a cup of chopped pecans in there. They're not all chopped up, they're in pieces, but that's okay. That'll be just fine. Okay, now I'm ready to put it in the dish. I'll probably have my back to you part of the time. No. Oh, yummy. Yummy. Stir that around. Looks so good. Now I'm going to put this in the fridge and let it set up. And we'll be back to give it a taste when it gets all set up. See you in a little while. Okay, I've got it out of the refrigerator and it is not completely set up, but it's getting late and I want to go to bed, so I'm going to go ahead and taste it and let you know what it tastes like. Very flavorful. Lots of crunchiness with the nuts. You can taste the pineapple, you can taste the orange and the cranberries. This will make a wonderful dish with your Thanksgiving dinner, to eat with your turkey and dressing and all those goodies that you're going to have. This is going to be so good. I think you'll really like it. So give it a try. And thanks again for watching.